Hello and namaste, my beautiful friends. I am Jill Loftus of Nuit Astrology. Welcome to your planetary energy forecast for the week of January the 13th, 2025. So we are preparing for another busy astrological week. Now, there's a lot to love, a lot to like, a lot of possibilities and potentials in this week. So be poised to take advantage of them. We launch the week with the full moon of the month. This occurs at 5:27 p.m. Eastern Time at 24 degrees of the sign of Cancer. Now, both the moon and the sun are both in beautiful flow aspects with Uranus for this moon. So this is a beautiful invitation to invite magic, possibility, synchronicity, like why couldn't this great thing happen, right? But it does involve a certain amount of letting go. And I would say let go of something in the Cancer area of life. But if you are uncertain of where in your chart that is, to generally think of the areas of life that relate to Cancer. Cancer is about sensitivity, about nurturing, about mothers, about women, about home and hearth and nationality, patriotism. Some of those aspects indeed carry the shadow of oversensitivity or overreaction, the shadow of not forgiving, the shadow of emotions as weapons instead of sensitivities and superpowers, right? This porous nature of the crab can be both a blessing and a challenge. And so a full moon, of course, is a culmination, a time to release and let go. So let go of those types of things. If you're looking to change residence or, evolve your home situation or real estate in any type, this is the full moon of letting go for that for you. And because of these beautiful connections with the planet Uranus, the potentials are out there. Absolutely magic could happen. I'm also really loving on this full moon that we have the contact of this full moon with Mars. Mars is retrograde, moving backwards through the sign of Cancer. It's also sending all this gorgeous energy to Neptune, right? There's a gorgeous trine to Neptune. And remember, the nodes of the moon, they just change signs. And so the south node is down there in Virgo. The north node is up there in Pisces. So that north node is amplifying the Neptunian energy. That's something we're really going to feel a lot of as we get to the end of the month and into February. But we're starting to get familiar with these waters, so to speak, of intense emotionality, of a lot going on. The Neptunian nature of things, this kind of floaty uncertainty, belief in the unknown, but also confusion. Also, the higher expressions can be so idealistic and romantic and compassionate and caring and artistic, but the shadow can just be, I want to hide, I don't want to feel, I'm just going to numb everything out, I'm just going to pretend everything's okay. I'm going to make these connections that I know aren't best for me, but they feel good in the moment. That type of energy. So that's definitely a shadow that we have to watch throughout these next few weeks, but they might be amplified because full moons are, of course, an amplified energy. So there's a lot of emotionality here. I think it's important to be very discerning about your rituals. Don't just kind of wing it on this one. I would definitely take the time to set things up and ritualize this full moon, but leave the door open for magical possibilities. Don't let your mind tell you that something's not possible, something can't happen for you. Be open to these magical synchronicities. Now, on the 14th, the very next day, we have Venus and Pisces squaring Jupiter and Gemini. Now, typically a square is considered a difficult angle, but these are the benefics. The benefics are connecting in a clash pattern. Well, I actually really love this because Venus and Pisces, Venus loves to be in Pisces. It's a wonderful inspired placement for her, a very romantic placement for her, a very, just immersive, deep, want to merge, just super sweet. And with this little tension here with Jupiter and Gemini, Jupiter and Gemini is like wanting to ask you, where are you sending your mind and your thoughts? Where are you committing your words? What are you actually saying here? And so it could bring this little bit of steadiness to that kind of floaty Venus and Pisces energy. So this contact is actually very positive, and you could have some meaningful conversations. Now here, I do want you to caution you, because Venus, Venus Jupiter can also cause this like flush of desire, or wanting to spend money, or wanting to overcommit your time, or give everything away in this very, giving, Piscean, oh yes, take the shirt off my back, take my car, take my everything, that kind of thing. So just be a little careful with that. All right. Now, the sun in Capricorn on the 15th will step into an opposition with Mars in Cancer. So we'll create a little bit of tension here. I think that this might even kind of give us some little flashbacks of that Pluto opposition to Mars that we had back in the first week of November. So there could be this little tension here between, your public life and your private life, your home life and your work life. So try to find balance. This is what oppositions bring to us. And I actually think you'll kind of feel that little back and forth tension all week. Now, the moon voids late on the 15th, East Coast time. And so when you wake up on the morning of the 16th, the moon will be void until 11:46 a.m. Eastern. Adjust that for your time zones, but there is a pretty extended moon void there in the middle of the week. Now, on the 17th, the sun in steady Capricorn will just connect beautifully with Neptune and Pisces. So this is another beautiful connection here. I feel like this wave of beautiful energy going towards Neptune is going to be happening this week. And so that's something to really lean into. I love the sun offering the structure of Capricorn, the discipline of Capricorn, and Neptune offering the inspiration, offering the ideas, the potentialities. So if you wanted to recommit to your spiritual practices, this is a marvelous energy to do that with. I'm also loving the sun trine, the south node, and sextile the north node. So this is also another very positive energy that's connecting with the nodes of fate. And, they've been getting a lot of support from Pluto as well. So there's been transformation in the air, but now the sun is illuminating a pathway forward. So I'm liking that as well. Now on the 18th, Venus will come into contact with Saturn and Pisces. There's a couple different ways, of course, myriad ways this could resonate, but I think there's two options here. One, when Venus touches Saturn, it's a reality check. It's do you really love this? Do you really want this? Is this really working for you? On the flip side of that, it could be this, idealized Venus and Pisces hits the hard reality check, the hard wall of Saturnian rules or forces or structure that maybe doesn't feel so great. And so it could kind of feel like, it could feel cold and heavy instead of warm and fuzzy, all right? So just realize if you do butt up against some kind of resistance to something that you're trying to love, to nurture, to care for, to create, to birth, then Saturn's just there to make sure that it's built with integrity. Saturn is just there to reinforce the creation so that it has more sticking power, right? So don't get too frustrated. Don't allow it to send you onto the couch with your box of tissues, okay? Understand that it's just somewhere that you need to put in a little bit more discipline, a little bit more direction and structure in order to create what you want. Now, the sun moves into Aquarius quite early this year. It's on the 19th. That is when the sun will go to 0 degrees of Aquarius. So happy solar return to my dear Aquarian friends. On this same day, Mercury in Capricorn is going to send gorgeous energy to that Saturn-Venus meeting. So Mercury in Capricorn blessing that union of Saturn and Venus. Now, we just had the sun do that, right? The sun, we just had the sun sextile to Neptune. Now we have Mercury sextile to Saturn and Venus. So a lot of positive energy is getting funneled to that Pisces wedge of your 12-house astrology chart. So again, it's vital that you know where that is in your chart. It's super helpful. There are many, many places you can get your chart done for free so that you can know where the Pisces area of life is. I highly encourage you to understand and integrate that energy just because Pisces energy is so mysterious. This could really help you to deepen your understanding of what you're going through. Offer yourself the compassion and love and care and patience that being human requires, and also show you where the very focused work is going to be from now through into February, okay? All right. I hope you found this useful and helpful. I hope you'll hop on the website and check out my offerings. I do have a brand new program that I'm offering, a mentorship program at 3 different levels. This is for people who need a little bit more personalized support on their spiritual journey. So it's under courses, so check that out. And let's see what the tarot has to say about how to work with this full moon energy, but also a lot of this beautiful beneficial flows that are happening this week. Hello, my beautiful friends. Namaste and welcome to your Isis Lotus Tarot spread that goes with the astrology forecast for the week of January the 13th, 2025. Let's take a look and see what our 2 potential ways to work with the energy is. A full moon week, a lot of positivity flowing. Definitely a few challenges, and I really feel it's like a building week. It's a week that's building towards the end of the month. So let's take a look here. 2 different ways to work with the energies, and the rating is for the collective. I just like to be clear who we're offering this to. So if you're hearing it, it is meant for you. Right. So the first card is the basic influence of the past, where we're coming from. And that card is the 3 of Wands, which indicates we're working on something and we've made a certain level of progress. You are feeling very 10 of Swordsy. This is not a good feeling. This is a crash and burn feeling. This is it did not go according to plan. This is the universe reminding you, yes, perhaps that didn't go the way you wanted it to, because there's something better. There's something better out there for you. So try not to feel negative about it. Try to look for the next opportunity. The environment is the Magician, which reminds us that we have everything we need in order to achieve our goals. And as these energies culminate, we have the 7 of Cups, which indicates you might have your energy a little too scattered. You might also be sending out mixed messages to the universe. You might need to tighten things up, narrow things down, get a little bit more specific about what it is you're trying to achieve. Now, the key card of the future is the King of Cups. This is the intuitive healer king. This is a masculine energy that is tuned into emotions. Could be a spiritual type of person, could be somebody who's a healer. Maybe it's somebody that you go to for acupuncture or massage. Maybe it's someone who's just a really great listener. They don't necessarily have to be masculine or male, but they have that male energy, right? And the energy of a king. This is leadership energy. Now, the 2 opposing forces in play, we have the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Logic and Rationality. And on the other side, we have the Strength card, the divine feminine energies of compassion, kindness, gentleness, and patience. So as these come together, the future card is the 4 of Wands. There is a concern for finding the right environment here. There is perhaps even a concern about creating a good space for your family or for your business. So that is a major focus here. Now, on the Queen of Swords side, we've got this 8 of Pentacles, which indicates you're learning some new skills, studying something, and not to let your your educational pursuits, don't set them aside. Continue to work on them. On the Strength side, we have the 6 of Swords, which indicates an encouraging confirmation that you are moving in the right direction and that things are going to improve. Now, Queen of Swords, 8 of Pentacles. We also have the 2 of Cups, the perfect situation, the perfect person. This is union. This is, it's just the right thing at the right time. So keep an eye out for that. Could even be that Venus-Jupiter square here. And on the other side, with Strength and the 6 of Swords, we have the Queen of Pentacles here. Money is a factor. Resources are a factor. Also, this blesses you with a little bit of luck if you're on the Strength side of things. And then the two possible progressions or solutions here. Well, on the Queen of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, Two of Cups side, we have the Hanging Man. Now, clearly, this is not going to come together immediately. You might be feeling, I'm not getting the traction I want. I'm not moving forward like I want. Remember, we have Mars retrograde. There's a lot of retrogrades here. There's a lot of movement that will come at the end of the month and into next. So be patient. On the Strength, Six of Swords, Queen of Pentacles side, another indicator of finding the right environment, the Ten of Cups. So this is emotional happiness and joy. This could be you with a business partner. This could be you as a family member. But there's this sense of coming home, of returning to self, of really feeling that emotional abundance. So I love that. And on the Queen of Swords side, paired with the Hanging Man, we have the Empress, the birthing energy, the creation energy. So this is fabulous, and again, makes me think of that Venusian energy, that Venus in, Venus in Pisces, getting ready to walk up to Saturn and say, hey, let's make this real, let's make this stick. On the Strength side, paired with the Ten of Cups, we have the Page of Cups, an offer, an idea, an initiation of something that brings fulfillment, brings emotional happiness and excitement. So this is one of the better spreads we've gotten in a while now, eh, friends? Right? Okay, let's recap where we're at. From the past, we're coming from this place of moving in the right direction, building something new. And part of this feeling as we start the week is not that comfortable, right? And so we might be focused on what hasn't worked out or our own feelings of inadequacy, but instead think of whatever has left your life, whatever goes with that full moon on Monday, that's freeing you up for the next most fabulous thing. And the environment you're in, the magician is here to remind you everything that's happened up to this point in your life has prepared you for this moment. You have the skills. You can do this. And then as they culminate, it's still saying narrow things down a little bit. Don't scatter your energy or resources, okay? Now, on the Queen of Swords side, this is a very intellectual queen. She's very rational. She's very logical. She's still encountering this King of Cups energy. That could be you, or it could be someone who's working with you in this process, right? And then she is in this state of learning something new. And as she's studying, she's been building these skills, the right environment to support that comes forward, right? And it's all about the right environment and the right people this week, I think. And then there's this waiting for the right timing to birth the new thing. On the other side, we've got the Strength card. All right, she's Leo energy. She is, she tames the lion through the sweetness, not through the harshness. I just was having a conversation with a client this morning, and that's where she said, and I totally agree, if you are the most compassionate and calm person in the room, you are the strongest person in the room, okay? Don't let people ruffle your feathers. Don't let people get you upset. Now, you have to have the confidence that you're moving in the right direction, and I think you will either encounter or feel connected to the Queen of Pentacles if this is your side of the reading. This is it could be an earth sign woman. It could be like, wow, there's some practical details that need to be tended to. This could be working with something financial, right? And again, it's all about the right environment with both the Four of Wands and the Ten of Cups. And then the Page of Cups, some kind of offer, a new idea coming forward. So this is very different than the other side. One I feel like is much more family oriented, and the other feels more like it's work oriented. So both readings might resonate for you this week. It is a powerful time. I hope that you found this helpful. If you did, please like, please comment, please share, and I'll see you next week. Bye.